the question I want to ask is, how can we continue to claim such a thing when we are allowing our fear of our own children to lead us to deny them their freedom? And just how justifiable is this fear, not barrier? Beyond the ethical dilemma inherent in allowing the fear to dictate your actions, there is the reality that youth crime has dropped significantly over the last decade and a half. And while youth incarceration rates have dropped as well, the decline has not kept pace with that of the crime rate. The fact that it has fallen at 1/20th the rate of the crime rate. The only conclusion I can come to when pondering these two well-documented facts is that our children are being used as job security for the employees of the prison industrial complex. That is unacceptable. We have a moral obligation to our youth to defend them against this attack. How can we look at ourselves in the mirror if we do not? If you are not prepared to stand with us in our mutual defense of our cities, our states, our nations, and our world's children, you have no place in calling yourself a man or a woman. You are a coward, if not worse. Let me share a brief outline of the plight of a friend of mine's younger brother. He was arrested at 16 for possession of a firearm. Despite the fact that he was merely in possession, he was not using it to commit another crime nor did he intend to. He was denied his youthful offender status and was sentenced to 3.5 years in an adult facility. He has, on several occasions, been a victim of brutality at the hands of the CEOs, spent much of his time in solitary confinement, and otherwise endured years of mistreatment that should not be visited upon anyone ever, much less a young person in the prime of his life who is not harming anyone. Sadly, this type of story is commonplace. Abuse is rampant, and not just in prison, but also in this building behind me. Another friend of mine shared a story with me that happened while she was in the holding center several months ago. There was a woman, presumably suffering from mental illness, who was not practicing proper hygiene. She frankly did not smell too nice. Understandably, for her sake as well as others, some female deputies were called upon to wash her. However, this was done in full view not only of the other inmates on her unit, but also male deputies as well. That is embarrassing, degrading, immoral, unethical, and illegal. Don't get me wrong, I am not saying that every Erie County Sheriff's deputy is bad, but mistreatment to the point of blatant illegality is far more common than most realize. Brutality, denial of necessary medical treatment, and various other forms of mistreatment, abuse, and dehumanization are everyday occurrences here. Do we want our children to be housed in such a place for one moment, much less for months on end, as is all too often the case? My reviews of the inmate list over the last week have revealed there have been at least 54 children between the ages of 16 and 18 in the holding center each day. We as a society, for good reason, restrict minors from engaging in a wide range of activities that we permit for adults. Why? Because we understand that they do not yet fully grasp the consequences of their actions. But for some reason, some of us feel that they should be held fully accountable as though they were adults for criminal acts. And many of these individuals are the same ones who believe that the United States should continue to act as the world's police force, that we have the right, if not the duty, to invade sovereign nations to supposedly uphold freedom, democracy, and human rights. And this policy of incarcerating youth is a direct violation of international treaties and laws that we have signed. This is not to bash the United States. To the contrary, this is a call to my nation to live up to the noble ideals enshrined in the Declaration of Independence. Noble ideals that we have struggled since our birth to fully actualize. I love my country and I love it enough to demand that it engages in the introspection necessary to bring it to the level of self-awareness sufficient to allow it to live up to its incredible potential. Conflating the concepts of justice and retribution will not assist us in that endeavor. We have an obligation to ourselves and our young people to seek a truly just society, one based on logic and empathy, where all have a genuinely equal opportunity to meet their every need: food, clothing, water, shelter, love, respect, community, and self-determination, until all children grow up with the realization that they have the potential to meet these needs. We have no place in demanding that they suffer the consequences of their actions, because we are the guilty parties. Thank you.